Everyone, thanks for tuning into our Summer League breakdown, where today we're zeroing in on Golden State's newest draftees Will Richardson and Alex Trice, and seeing how they've adjusted to life in a Warriors jersey. Now yes, it's only Summer League, so the competition is a mix of league standouts, other rookies, and undrafted hopefuls. But remember what Macho Man Randy Savage used to say: the cream rises to the top. If you wanna peek at potential rotation pieces or future bench contributors, Summer League is your treasure trove. Think back to how well Quentin Poole played last year, or the way Klay Thompson shredded opponents so quickly he was pulled after the games. Cooper Flagg gave Mavericks fans just a taste before vanishing, and the Lakers game saw him drop third a plus before he too was done. It's the time to evaluate raw talent against lower-level defenders, and early returns for our two picks look promising. We're 2 games into Vegas action, with a third tipping off tonight. This was recorded on a Wednesday afternoon. Every team is guaranteed for games, and if you're good enough, there's a playoff bracket to chase afterward. So far, the Warriors split the first to a loss to Portland and a win over Utah. Against the Jazz, Will Richardson tallied 10 points, grabbed 5 rebounds, and showcased his trademark hustle, chasing loose balls, fighting for offensive boards, and converting second-chance opportunities. Alex Trice impressed with 15 points and 6 rebounds, mixing a crafty Euro step with a snazzy Aussie-style finish that had scouts nodding in approval. Defensively, the duo looked alert, rising straight up on jumpers, shutting down passing lanes, then sprinting in transition to trail the break and swipe passes just before the defense could reset. It was pure Warriors basketball, stingy on one end, pushed the pace on the other. Individually, they're doing exactly what you want to see, from late first or second rounders trying to earn two-way deals, showcasing skill, energy, and a willingness to play within a team concept. In that first outing, though, the Warriors endured some growing pains. Portland bullied them on the glass, winning the rebound battle 49-29. Turnovers and three-point droughts, just 8 makes on 36 attempts sealed the result. Jackson Rowe led the summer squad with 12 points, but after a minute went in plus minus. In 23 minutes, you could feel the frustration. Isaiah Mobley chipped in with 5 rebounds and a handful of assists. Armstrong dished 7 dimes, and everyone got a look, but the efficiency simply wasn't there. Shooting under 25% from deep isn't going to cut it for a team whose identity relies on spacing and perimeter accuracy. Fast forward to game 2, though, and you saw a different picture. Golden State jumped out early on Utah and never truly looked back. They held leads of 10 to 15 points through much of the second half, tightening up their defense and corralling 17 offensive rebounds of their own. That effort turned into second-chance points, and the Warriors turned those extra opportunities into momentum, pushing the pace and forcing rush shots from the Jazz. 6 players ended up in double digits, but Gabe Madison, yes, the name you may have circled on your Summer League bingo card, exploded for 22 points, draining 6 threes on 10 attempts. His confidence with the ball in his hands and his ability to rise up from beyond the arc was a highlight, and with that performance, Madison likely vaulted himself into more playing time tonight. Across the game, Golden State shot nearly 50% from the field and improved their free throw percentage to 84%, a stark contrast to their first outing. Alex Trice chipped in with 9 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists, displaying savvy court vision when collapsing defenders and throwing pinpoint passes to teammates spotting up in the corners. Richardson complemented that effort beautifully, crashing the boards repeatedly and converting fierce putbacks into easy buckets. Chris Mannon even rattled in a couple of clean block and sequences, reminding everyone that Summer League isn't just about offense, it's about effort on both ends. What I love about these two is the way they embody the Warriors' culture: unselfish Hayek basketball, mixed with flashes of individual talent. Richardson's motor is relentless. He dives for every loose ball, runs the floor like a gazelle, and finishes around the rim with soft touch or authority when he needs to. Trice, on the other hand, brings that unique rhythm in his step. He calls it the Aussie era, I guess, but either way, it keeps defenders guessing. And when he elevated for a finger-roll layup on the baseline, you saw a glimpse of a future playmaker, capable of changing angles and wrapping passes behind his back. One thing to watch, though, is their three-point stroke. After game 2, the Warriors still sit near the bottom of the league in long-range percentage and makes per game, which is an area of concern considering the team's identity. In Summer League, though, I'm willing to give some leeway. These guys are still finding their legs, adjusting to base-size rims and the intensity of league-wide film study. What matters is that they look unafraid to shoot, unafraid to play through mistakes, and eager to learn from veteran coaches and last year's 2A Players. Remember how Poole went from third man on the bench to rotation regular. Or how Clay, after getting pulled from Summer League, returned as a two-way spark plug. For the main squad, that's the path these kids want to follow, and so far so good. We'll keep tracking their progress over the next games. Remember, any stats we see tonight could be the difference between a playoff berth and watching from the sidelines. Then comes fall league training camp, invites the regular season, and countless chances for injuries to open doors. If those opportunities arise, I'd love to see Richardson and Trice, already accustomed to the Warriors system, ready to step and knock down threes, defend multiple positions, and run the floor. Summer League is just the first chapter, but after 2 outings, I'm optimistic. Both guys look the part. They're hungry to earn a spot, and they're already making plays that could end up on SportsCenter. So that's where we stand tonight. 1 win, 1 loss, flashes of brilliance, areas to improve, and plenty of potential. I'll be back after Game 3 with more analysis, more film breakdown, and hopefully more reasons to smile about the future of this franchise. Until then, let me know your thoughts. Who impressed you most in Vegas? And keep an eye on those two names, Will Richardson and Alex Trice. They might just be the next guys in blue and gold we all grow to love. We pick up in Vegas as Golden State's Summer League journey rolls into its third contest, this time against a scrappy Houston squad playing with nothing to lose. After splitting the first 2 matchups, the Warriors entered the day hungry, determined to prove that their early flashes were not a mirage, but a sign of things to come. From the opening tip, it was clear that both Will Richardson and Alex Trice took the summer's lessons to heart. Richardson exploded right out of the gate, gliding off a screen to catch a kick-out pass from Brant Isaacson, then raising up for a high-arching 3 that splashed through without so much as a whisper of net. His confidence in that moment set the tone. Teammates sprinted the floor, bodies flew for loose balls, and the Energy Center crowd sensed that the blue and gold were firmly in control. But Summer League basketball is a game of runs, and Houston rattled off an 8-0 spurt midway through the opening quarter. That lull tested Golden State's resilience, and it was Trice who answered the bell. After corralling a defensive rebound at the elbow, he dribbled coast to coast in transition, split to defenders with a low wraparound dribble, then floated a finger roll that kissed off the glass and dropped through. The basket revived the Warriors' momentum, and from there they paddled back ahead, stringing together stops on one end and quick hitters on the other. Richardson's length was in full display on a defensive possession when he soared to block a driving layup with one hand, then beat his man down the floor for an easy dunk on the break. Coaches on the bench high-fived, scouting staff scribbled notes, everyone recognized a motor that might never quit. By halftime, the Warriors led by 12 points, their ball movement crisp and their rotations disciplined. Alex Trice finished the first half with 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, while Richardson chipped in 9 points and 6 rebounds of his own. More importantly, both rookies looked at ease running pick and roll actions, dialing up precise reads on defense and fluid reads in offense, looking every bit like professionals rather than kids still learning the pro game. The second half saw Houston battle back, trimming the lead to just 4 points with 10 minutes remaining. That stretch tested Golden State's poise, but veterans on the roster, Summer League veterans like Isaiah Mobley and Jackson Rowe, settled the ship. Mobley delivered a pair of mid-range jumpers off the bounce, and Rowe nailed a deep catch-and-shoot triple from the wing, re-establishing the Warriors' buffer. In the final frame, it was Richardson who put the game on ice. After a Houston miss, he snagged the rebound and immediately kicked it ahead to an outlet man. The ball zipped up court to Trice, who hesitated just enough before pulling up for a pull-up jumper, with a defender closing out. The shot was pure stroke, and as it fell, the Warriors' bench leapt to its feet. In the closing 2 minutes, Golden State's defense clamped down, forcing back-to-back turnovers that led to fast break layups. When the final buzzer sounded, the scoreboard read Golden State 8-5, Houston 7-6. Richardson finished with 20 points on 8 of 14 shooting, including 3 of 6 from long distance, and corralled 8 rebounds. Trice ended with 17 points, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds, staking his claim as a secondary playmaker and floor general. With 3 games in the books, the Warriors sat at 2-1, eyeing a possible playoff berth. Their offensive rating hovered near the league's top third, but defense remained the true catalyst. Coach Mike Brown's emphasis on closeouts and help-side rotations showed up on the stat sheet. Opponents shot under 40% from the field, and the Warriors forced nearly 15 turnovers per game. Richardson's disruptive hands led the team in steals, while Trice's ability to switch onto multiple positions bolstered perimeter coverage. The two rookies were not just putting up numbers, they were making winning plays, the kind that coaches crave when rosters shrink in every possession. Gains weight. Game 4 arrived against the Clippers fresh off a valiant comeback that had them riding high. For Golden State, this contest represented the final guaranteed outing before the postseason bracket. Both drafted youngsters seemed acutely aware of the stakes. From the opening minutes, they played with a new level of communication, pointing to switches, calling out screens, and offering help down low. Richardson's activity on the glass was relentless. He scored on a putback off a missed free throw, then spun away from a defender in the post to drop a soft runner over a stretched arm. Each time he rolled off screens, he received the ball in rhythm and punished defenders, who sagged too deeply into the paint. Meanwhile, Trice orchestrated the offense with poise beyond his years. He initiated a dribble handoff with Jackson Rowe on the wing, then slipped behind for a backdoor cut, receiving a skip pass that he converted with a reverse layup. Mid-quarter, he found Richardson curling off a down screen, transporting the ball through traffic before delivering a laser pass that resulted in another three-point make. His vision and timing were spectacular, and on defense he registered multiple deflections, reminding everyone that his two-way potential was more than hype. As the game tightened in the fourth quarter, Golden State's bench stepped up admirably. Brant Isaacson energized the crowd with a corner three, while Silas Armstrong signed as a two-way guard took advantage of a defensive breakdown to drive into the lane and absorb contact for a classic Andoni finish. Those contributions allowed the starters to conserve energy for a final push. When a Clippers guard broke loose for a transition layup, Richardson hustled from behind to block the shot, sealing the defensive possession and igniting another fast break that Trice capped off with a smooth pull-up mid-range jumper down the stretch. The Warriors held a slim lead. With 30 seconds remaining and the shot clock winding down, the ball found its way into Trice's hands. He dribbled left, faked a step-back pull-up, then drove toward the basket, drawing multiple defenders. As they collapsed, he dished out to an open teammate in the corner, who delivered the dagger triple, with the defender contesting but a fraction too late. Golden State walked off the floor victorious 92-8. Trice posted 22 points, 8 assists, and 6 rebounds. Richardson finished with 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 steals. Their plus-minus ratings that night were off the charts, reflecting not only individual efficiency, but the fact that the team played its best basketball when they were on the court together. By the end of their 4 guaranteed games, both rookies had proven themselves more than worthy of Summer League invites. They looked like foundational pieces for the future. Richardson averaged 16 points, 7 rebounds, and nearly 2 steals per game, showing a relentless motor and defensive versatility that could eventually slot him into multiple front-court roles. Trice averaged 19 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds, looking like a natural floor general with advanced playmaking instincts and a growing confidence in his jumper. Their shooting percentages climbed with each appearance, a sign that they were acclimating to the professional distance and the longer summer rims. In summer competition, where raw talent often trumps nuance, both players exhibited a rare blend of polish and athleticism. What's next for these two if Golden State reaches the Summer League semifinals or finals? They will have additional opportunities to showcase themselves under the brightest lights before scouts, general managers, and front office executives. Beyond Vegas, there's the prospect of joining the Warriors' famed Fall League roster, where they will face an even higher level of talent and make the case for two-way contracts or full roster spots. Then comes training camp, where the real rubber meets the road. Will they translate their Summer League successes into regular season rotations? Even in limited roles, the path is clearly laid out. Continue refining their shooting, master defensive schemes, embrace every coach's feedback, and remain ready to seize any opening that arises from veteran injuries or trades. Summer League is often dismissed as glorified pickup ball, but for players like Richardson and Trice, it represents a critical audition. Both have left Vegas not merely with flashes of potential, but with sustained performances that suggest they belong in the conversation for immediate contributions. As the summer winds down and attention shifts to free agency rumors, to contract signings, and the looming regular season opener, keep an eye on these names. Their Summer League odyssey might be over, but their professional journeys are only beginning. And after 4 games of intense competitive basketball, will Richardson and Alex Trice seem destined to carve out meaningful roles in the Bay Area and beyond. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going in a twist that's generating buzz across the league. Whispers are emerging from the Bay Area suggesting that the Golden State Warriors may have their sights set on none other than Cooper Flagg. The 6'9" Phenom widely regarded as one of the most promising prospects in recent basketball history. While nothing is confirmed, the mere mention of Flagg in connection with Golden State has already sent shockwaves through front offices and fan bases alike. Flagg, a projected top pick in the upcoming NBA draft, has long been associated with rebuilding teams searching for a franchise cornerstone. The idea of him suiting up alongside Stephen Curry and possibly learning under the tutelage of one of the greatest cores in NBA history feels almost too surreal to be true. Yet according to murmurs making their way through league circles, the Warriors might be exploring creative scenarios, including aggressive trades or strategic moves that could bring the generational talent to chase center. Some speculate that the Warriors are quietly preparing for life after Curry, and Flagg could represent a long-term vision for sustained relevance. With Klay Thompson gone and Draymond Green aging, the team might be at a pivotal juncture, one that demands bold moves. Flagg, known for his two-way dominance, elite IQ, and a motor that never quits, embodies the kind of player Golden State could build around for the next decade. Of course, the logistics of such a move are daunting. The Warriors would need to secure a high draft pick, likely trading core assets or leveraging their future to make it happen. But those close to the organization insist that ownership remains committed to competing at the highest level, and chasing Flagg may be part of that commitment. Is it smoke without fire, or is something big brewing in the Bay as the draft approaches? All eyes will be on Golden State and on Cooper Flagg. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.